more safe than Canada
I'd like to
and Venezuela, right?
It's El Salvador.
I'm sorry. Yes. El Salvador. Now, what tribe is El Salvador?
I think it's the bottom one.
Zebulon. Gotcha. So now Zebulon, this is Zebulonite people. It's in El Salvador. It's the safest country on the planet. That's what everybody says. The safest country on the planet right now. Well, I'm sorry.
And a heathen is running the country.
How'd I forget that? And a heathen is running the country. Someone who is not from the tribe of Zebulon. Well, just like in America, the prisons were privatized, I think, in the late 80s. Meaning, the prisons in America are not owned by the state, they're owned by a private company.
Yes, sir.
Right? It makes money, they're on the stock exchange. The prisons in El Salvador, that's the right country, right? Are privatized. And they're owned by American businessmen. And the minute that happened, they begin to fill up these prisons because they get paid per body in these prisons, right? And this is what Donald Trump said about El Salvador. Go ahead.
I'd like to go a step further and I said it to Pam, I don't know what the laws are, we always have to obey the laws.
Got to turn the speaker.
We also have homegrown criminals, I'd like to include them in the group of people to get them out of the country, but you'll have to be looking at the laws on that state.
You mentioned that you're open to deporting individuals that aren't born.
I'd like to go a step further, and I said it to Pam, I don't know what the laws are, we always have to obey the laws, but we also have homegrown criminals. I'd like to include them in the group of people to get them out of the country, but you'll have to be looking at the laws on that state.
You mentioned that you're open to deporting individuals that aren't born aliens but are criminals to El Salvador. Does that include potentially U.S. citizens fully naturalized Americans?
If they're criminals and if they hit people with baseball bats over their head that happen to be 90 years old, and if they rape 87-year-old women in Coney Island, Brooklyn, yeah, that includes them. What, do you think there's special category of person? They're as bad as anybody that comes in. We have bad ones too.
Stop right there. Donald Trump in specific is talking about two cases with the baseball hat and the woman, and both of them are black and Hispanic.
Right.
Donald Trump, of course, released the people who beat police officers up on January 6th and maced them and hit them in the head with American flags. He released them because they were whites. He released them. Donald Trump wants to not only put people from Venezuela who allegedly commit crimes in America, but he wants to put American citizens in this jail in, where?
El Salvador.
El Salvador. Now, the people that voted him in office, that's why they voted him in office.
That's right.
They wanted this. This is why he won. He did not win because he was smart or articulate or some master politician.
Right.
He won because the hatred of Hispanics was so bad and so deep.
Right.
Why? Why do white people hate Hispanics? Please, what tribe are you? Simeon. Why do white people hate Hispanics?
Because we take the jobs.
And that would mean that they, what? Oh, you weren't here earlier. Give the sister the microphone. He just said because we take their jobs. Which would mean that white people are, sis?
Envious.
Give her a hand. White people envy Hispanics.
Right.
When they see you, when they see a house being built or renovated, and they see all those Hispanics at that work site, they drive by that in a car that looks better than yours, to a neighborhood that's better than yours, and they're envious of you. When they see you anywhere, when they see that you have a job, you have an apartment, they are envious of Hispanics. They're thinking, I should have that job. I should work there. I should have that money. They're envious of Hispanics. Donald Trump used the envy that white people have of Hispanics to become president. That is inarguable. That's it. You can't say it's because he's a great president, because the last time he was president, all your grandmamas died. Because he was the president over COVID-19. He was the president, and everybody damn near died. Because this idiot didn't know how to run the country and to make sure that disease didn't get in this country. What did Donald Trump do? Donald Trump do to protect America from the COVID-19 virus? Nothing. Who started the COVID-19 virus? Where did it come from? According to Donald Trump.
According to the China virus.
China virus. He said this is the China virus.
Uh-huh.
Did he bomb the lab?
Nope.
Did he invade China? Did he send a predator drone attack to destroy the place where COVID-19 started from? Donald Trump did nothing to protect America, even though China sent that disease here. He's scared of China.
That's right.
Scared of Russia. Scared of her. So then why in the hell did you vote him in again? So we could all die of the next disease? You know what it'll be? Bird flu. Watch out, yo. Because bird flu is already twisting and becoming a disease that people are going to get. Before you know, we all going to be sitting here coughing and sneezing because Donald Trump is president. In 1 second. So then why did you vote him in again?
Right.
Because he hates Hispanics. That's why you wanted him. You don't believe me? Show me the rally he just had yesterday. Let me show you the Donald Trump rally. Let me show you the keynote address of his rally, the crowning achievement
The
of his
worst
rally.
of the worst are being sent to a no-nonsense prison in El Salvador. Why don't you watch?
Can I pause you for a second? Now remember, the stock market is in the toilet. If you on that stock market, the Lord be with you. Because Donald Trump is putting that thing in the ground. Everybody's losing money. Everything is terrible. The economy is horrific. And so he had a rally to show people, I'm still doing what you sent me here to do. I'm still doing it. There's one part I want you to notice. When he says, watch this, mírame. When he says, look at, mira esto. When he says, look at this, watch this, listen to his voice. He's telling you that you're going to love this when you see this. You're going to love it because he knows what you white people, what you oppressors like. He knows what turns you on, the suffering of other people. Go ahead and play.
And the worst of the worst are being sent to a no-nonsense prison in El Salvador. Why don't you watch this? Watch this. Take a look.
Show them what they showed at the rally. Did you hear the crowd up? I'm going to show you what they showed. They saw these Hispanics out their heads being shaved, their beards being shaved, them being shoved into line and stacked on top of each other, and the crowd roared. Because that was why they elected him, to hurt Hispanics. That was the point. Los Hispanos no están solos. They're not alone now. You think God doesn't love the Hispanics? You'll find out. You'll find out.
I really started cheering.
Please. There's this prison in El Salvador where they dehumanize Hispanics. Hispanics that haven't had a trial, haven't been proven to be criminals at all. All you know is that they have some gang affiliation. What in the hell does that mean? There are people in this jail, brother, because of a tattoo. Am I making this up? I'm not. Because of a tattoo. Then put Snoop Dogg in a goddamn El Salvadorian prison. Why isn't Snoop Dogg in this jail? Isn't Snoop Dogg a Crip? The Crips, goddamn, they show up to a lot of people out. I don't know if you heard of them before.
God.
But they have about as many murders as MS-13
That's
could ever
right.
hope to have.
That's right.
Who do you think has killed more people in America? MS-13 or the Crips? Are you out of your mind? Snoop Dogg doesn't belong over here? He belongs in that jail. He belongs over there. But of course, Snoop Dogg will not say anything because he's thinking this won't happen to him. It will. It will happen to you. If it can happen to your brother, it
Right.
can happen to you.
That's right.
Play the other video about the prison.